Hi, Jenny. I'm Phil. Pleasure to meet you.
Same.
So, this is, how many C2E2s have you been to now?
Oh, wait, everyone. But I don't know how many that is. But
Yeah.
every single one.
Yeah,
From the
seriously.
very beginning.
You like being in Chicago?
I do. I'm actually from the Chicago area.
Oh, really?
I live just outside the city, so this is like my hometown show.
Awesome. So, what books are you actually featuring as far as exclusives for C2E2 this year?
I have a Absolute Wonder Woman variant here, foil variant with captured collectibles and less.
All right.
That's the only exclusive I have at the show. And then back at my booth, I have original art and I have a few comics, but most of them have sold out. And some posters and little art books and stuff.
What booth can everybody find you at right now?
G1 in Artist Alley.
G1. That would be the line by the G that I keep running into every time we walk down there. Right? So, what other cons, if people couldn't get here to C2E2 to see you, what other cons are you planning on attending this year?
This year, I'm doing Heroes in June.
Okay.
And I think I'll be at New York, but I will not have my own table.
Okay.
I might be with Boom.
Okay.
But nothing is for certain yet.
Well, that gives you a little bit more ability to kind of get out and about. New York's a great place for food.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as
Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Sorry. Didn't mean to offend anybody. But yes, no, Chicago's 100%. But I think the reason why I love New York is there's this halal carts like on every corner.
Yeah.
I can get, so that's
And
fantastic.
my favorite thing about New York Comic Con is it is so big, like San Diego, but when you leave the convention center in San Diego, you're still at the convention.
Yeah.
And in New York, you're just in New York.
Yeah. And you can do anything.
Yeah. Like
100%.
nothing is bigger than New York.
No, I agree. 100%.
There's an age-old debate of which came first, the chicken or the egg, but it's your case that's which came first, Ultron or Hack Slash.
Okay. So my answer is Hack Slash because that was the first job I got. Because I finished that cover and I did okay, they hired me to do Voltron, but Voltron came out first.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, Hack Slash is my first professional cover.
Yeah.
And then we went to the store, me and my sister, whenever they were both in the store, whatever Wednesday that was, we went and we picked them up. And then on the way home, at every stop sign, I held them up in the window and would point and go, I did this. This is me. I did this.
So
I was so proud that I had a professional cover.
Yeah. So how surreal was that moment?
I mean, it was great. My sister has always been like a big supporter and she was letting me live with her for free in Chicago. So she was like, just as excited as I was that I might actually be able to make money at this, paying I for some money.
Oh, yeah.
But it was really funny because a lot of people were like trying to ignore me, and the only person who was really like invested in whatever I was doing was a bus driver, and he was just like, "You did it! Way to go!"
No, that's fantastic though. That's fantastic.
It was really fun.
So how is that feeling as you're still in the industry, you're still moving through?
I can't believe it. I mean, I never in my wildest dreams could have imagined that I would be able to make any career, let alone a successful career. And it's true what they say that comics will break your heart, but it's such a labor of love. And I'm just so honored that I get to do this, but that people like what I do is just crazy to me. That I've been able to make a career out of this is insane. And when I was driving around in a car holding up comics that I had drawn, I never could have imagined that I would still be doing it today.
So is there anything coming out soon that people can look forward to? Any new? I know you maybe not be able to say like the specifics, but like...
Well, I'm still working on Hello Darkness with Boom.
Okay.
So those will keep coming out, and they're super fun because I just draw whatever random creepy thing I can think of, which there's nothing else like that for me.
Yeah.
A rare, one in limited 125 sketch cover on Boom's site, for $25.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So those have been really fun, and I'm going to keep doing those, and I keep trying to think. I have like a whole file in my computer of just whatever weird spookiness that I can think of, and I feel like every month I draw something and I'm like, that was weird, and I love it.
Is there any character that you like more than others actually doing?
Wonder Woman is, when I was a kid, that's why I wanted to work in comics. I feel like Wonder Woman is hard to draw because to me she means so much.
Yeah.
But my favorite character to draw is Vampirella because it's just like oozing sexiness and creepy. It's a little bit of all the things I love.
Yeah.
So both of those. Those are my tops.
Well,
I mean,
any other
you're
questions?
a family of artists that a lot of people don't realize. Your husband's a very talented artist, and your brother is a very talented.
My brother-in-law is actually the creator of Hackslash, which is, I was not married to my husband or even knew my husband when I got that job. But when I got that job, like weeks later, Tim Seeley invited me to his birthday party, and that's where I met his brother.
Steve.
Wow.
Steve Seeley.
Wow.
Yeah, he has a name. Not just Jenny's.
Well, check out his stuff too. It's really like it's
Yeah, he's a sort of printmaker. He has a big solo show in Chicago in May at Vertical Gallery, which we're working on. He was very kind to take a break from all of that work to come help me at the show. And
Oh, that's awesome.
now we have to like wrap it up and just get back on his track. But
Would you ever collaborate?
we have before. We were in a show actually also from Vertical Gallery that was like artist couples. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like, it was called Couples Therapy. And so the concept was each person does their own piece and then they collaborate on one piece. So, and if I'm recalling correctly, the Poison Ivy, it was a Catwoman cover that was Poison Ivy. I believe that was the piece I did for that. And I just used it as a cover. Or possibly I did another one because they told me they didn't want me to use something I had already done.
There's an Instagram trend right now of couples draw each other, but don't reveal it at the end to see how bad they are. But you would be a very interesting actual.
Nearly every year, Steve has a series of work he does for me where he buys old romance covers and he paints them out and he paints him and me into them. And he has like a whole story that he was doing where like, because a lot of those romance covers are like, oh, she went on a date with someone else. And it's me with this Japanese kaiju monster called Buska. And there was like this whole story where I was falling in love with Buska and Steve was always like sad that I was not in love with him. But so he paints me all the time.
That's fun.
That is cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
Anything? Good? Well, it's been immense pleasure. Thank you so much.
I can't believe I strung all those words together.
The only DC art book I own is yours that I bought at a comic shop years ago. I didn't think I'd actually be talking to you today. I'd have brought the damn thing with me to have you sign it. But I'm a big fan of your work. So thank you again.
Thank you so
Seriously,
much.
big honor. Thank you.